So even after Karthus's nerf in patch 9.15b, with less damage now on him, he's still actually very strong, and he is still very much overplayed and picked almost all the time in your games in this post-patch 9.15b. Well, I found the type of build that no one really goes for nowadays, and it's highly underrated, and I've beat many Sorcerer comps with this. I'm going to show you guys a full clip of how I managed to beat these Sorcerer comps with Karthuses that are still dominating the meta. Assassins are almost never used except for when folks are going for voids, but they only go for maybe like 3 assassins, not for 6, but you're looking for 6 assassins. That's right, this is going to be a complete 6 assassin, 3 void build. That is your goal. So what you want to ideally end up with is Akali. Definitely, if you get a 3-star Zed, you can use a 3-star Zed over your 2-star Akali, but in most cases you're only going to get the Zed to 2 stars. So you're going to get the Akali at 2 stars here, and then you're going to get maybe a Yasuo if you get him. If you ever see this guy, I would just kind of buy him. And if you can fit him in your comp somehow, you can definitely use him. But if not, don't worry about using him. Sometimes I like to make Yasuo into an assassin. That is a very good thing to do. So one item that you want to definitely go for in this type of 6 assassin build is the Yumu's Ghostblade. And I either make Yasuo into an assassin, or my other favorite buddy is Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath being a void, and voids not being nerfed, they're still very strong. True damage is still very good right now because of all the guardians and extra armors that people are running on. So I either like to slap the Yumu's on Yasuo or on Cho'Gath with this 6 assassin build, so you have a very strong assassin. One of these two guys are going to be very strong in the late game. And then for the other assassins, what normally I go for is anything that you can finish off the 6. So Kha'Zix is a Mando. He's a mandatory because obviously Kha'Zix is going to work with a 3 Void comp. And then with a Brawler health bonus for Cho'Gath, and the other Void is going to be obviously Rek'Sai. So you're going to want to have Rek'Sai as well with this build. And then now you have 3 assassins, so you're gonna need to find the other 3. One champion that I really like is is pretty underrated is Evelynn. She's almost never bought either, so you can actually get Evelynn to 3 stars very easily as well. And Pyke, of course, even after the nerf, he's still the same old Pyke, doing tons of stuns, mass stuns, and doing very well. So Pyke can be your other assassin here. And then you can go into a Rengar. Rengar is kind of not played anymore after his attack speed nerf. It did hit him pretty hard. He's not as good as he used to be before patch 9.15b, but Rengar is still very viable. And once again, another champion that's now easy to get to 3 stars. I've gotten him to 3 stars in a couple games here, and yeah, just same thing with Evelynn. She's pretty easy to get 3. Pyke also is. Akali is harder because she's 4 gold. Kha'Zix is also pretty easy to get 3 stars. So a lot of these assassins are not being played a lot. The 6 assassin meta has kind of died down for a very long time, ever since the assassins got nerfed. But I think assassins are highly underrated, very easy to play, and not much positioning is required, honestly. With these guys, you always kind of put them in the backline or in the midline, and then what you want to do is put your non-assassin. For example, if you make Yasuo not an assassin, you're just going to put him in the backline, away from the other guys, of course, because he does have the Exile Shield to draw the enemies out. Remember, guys, you want your assassins to jump to the backline and kill the ranged carries or the sorcerer carries like Karthus. And this is why assassins are so good, because they can instantly assassinate those sorcerers that are causing problems. The biggest issue with sorcerers is that they are able to 1-shot or 2-shot teams instantly, especially if they have 3, even just 3 with voids. The void sorcerer comp, which was really good in patch 9.15, is still really good in 9.15b because Karthus is still damn good. And also, he is able to delete somebody with phantom bonus, and on top of that, voids not getting nerfed, they're still really good. So you can make Cho'Gath into a sorcerer, and he's absolutely busted if you do that. Or you can just go voids and sorcerers, and that's a well-known comp right now. And assassins are actually pretty good against these guys because those sorcerers mostly are squishy, and your assassins will jump to the back and instantly delete Karthus. They'll even delete Cho'Gath pretty quick. Any of those voids that are pretty weak, they will get deleted unless your opponent decides to go for 4 brawlers. Then your opponent's voids will be somewhat tanky with tons of health, so then they might be a bit of a problem. But yes, what you want to do with this type of build is you want to go for those 6 assassins, and ideally one guy's going to have a Yumu's Ghostblade, so you don't have to get another assassin on the board. So this is kind of like the ideal build. For example, there is one champion that is very good against sorcerers, and his name is Swain. That's right, Swain is very good in general. In all cases, he's just very, very strong because of his huge amount of sustain with his ult. So he never dies if you give him the proper build, and he's going to do a ton of nuke damage as well. So what I would do if you ever find a Swain and you're having trouble beating the sorcerer comps, because this assassin build can kind of fall off in the very, very late game if your opponent gets like 2-star Karthus, 2-star like everybody, 3-star Aurelion Sol, whatever, right? If he gets a super late game comp and your game goes to that far, you might have problems. So what you do is you tech in a Swain, because Swain is very, very good against sorcerers. He can take them hits, he can come back to life, and you definitely want a Guardian Angel on him. Ideally, you want the Guardian Angel, a Dragon's Claw, and a Phantom Dancer or a Warmongs on him. That's gonna make him anti-sorcerer, anti-mage build, and you're gonna see all of this in action in my clip here. You're gonna see a very good example of how I wreck all these sorcerer players with this kind of build. So when in doubt and when in trouble against sorcerers, another good champion that just single-handedly counters them just by himself is Swain. So enjoy the clip, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, welcome back. And currently I'm almost finishing a game. I'm first place, and I've got this crazy 6 Void Assassin build. I've got 6 Assassins, 3 Voids, 2 Brawlers, and a Ninja. So our main man here, Cho'Gath, we made him into an assassin. I think this build is really good. Yumu's Ghostblade right now is highly underrated because there are a lot of sorcerer comps, and believe it or not, they're very, very weak to assassins. And even gunslingers and blade masters, even though they have the power to beat assassins, they're also pretty weak to them as well. The only biggest trouble that I tend to run into with the assassin comp is usually if someone goes full Yordles, which is extremely rare. Nowadays, almost never, no one ever goes full Yordles. They might go 3 Yordles, and that's it, and they'll go for a sorcerer comp. And that's why assassins are so good. So we got an Ionic Spark from that dragon, which is pretty good. I'm gonna definitely put it on my Kha'Zix here. I also have a 3-star Kha'Zix, and what you need is lots of Guardian Angels. So you look at both of them are sorcerer comps. Both of them. This guy has triple Guardian Angel. This guy has 2 Guardian Angels, so you definitely need a couple Guardian Angel yourself. And we're gonna see if we can actually collapse this guy here. I'm gonna put my Rek'Sai like here, just in case. Oh, we're fighting a ghost here. But right now, Phantoms are still dominating. Karthuses are so good. And just as expected, even though with the Karthus nerf, sorcerers are still busted. 6 sorcerers right now are just like almost in every single game. And that's why I like assassins a lot. I think assassins are highly underrated right now. And when you have this many sorcerer players, even before 9.15b, when Karthus was busted, everyone's still going for assassins. You know, it's pretty much a great time to do this kind of build. And I would recommend anyone go 6 assassins with voids, and I would highly recommend you do the Yumu's Ghostblade, because 6 assassins is far better than 3. So anyways, I'm gonna just roll here a little bit here. I'm gonna grab a Karthus, because I don't want any of those guys to actually roll into like a 2 maybe. 2 Karthus. I'm just gonna buy a couple of these guys. So we almost have an Akali 3 stars. I have 2. Currently I have 2 Akali 2 stars on the board, if you guys see it. And I put my Rek'Sai here so his guys moves out further. So we want to hit the back lane. We want to immediately kill the Karthus already at the back. And this Assassin Cho, he's doing work. You know, he's reviving. He's doing the same stuff. His Karthus is only he's at 2 stars. Okay, I didn't even know that. I thought that was a 1-star Karthus. And looks like yeah, I was at first place, but I think we're gonna be dropping to second place here. His team is a little bit more busted. Yeah, sorcerers are still damn good, guys. Yeah, it's too bad I can't really beat his comp here. I don't know. I don't think so. Like he has a 2-star Karthus. I thought it was a 1-star Karthus, so I was wrong on there. But we could tech in a double Swain. We need more Dragon's Claw for this guy for sure. I'm gonna just grab 2 Swains here. Okay, that could work. A 2-star Swain could work. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna once again bunch everybody in the corner so he pushes his guys out. Oh, his Blitzcrank is gonna pull the Swain, He put his Blitzcrank over there. Yeah, he's gonna. I think he's gonna pull. No, he's gonna pull someone else instead. Hopefully this Swain helps. Swain kind of is good against Sorcerer Comps, even though he just immediately died there. The reason why is because he can sustain, he can heal, but he really needs a Dragon Claw still. And this time we did beat him with this new Swain tech in. That's pretty good. Shared Carousel. So we have a Chain Vest. He's at 4 health. I just have to beat him once. We definitely want the BF Sword. Yeah, because with the Chain Vest, I mean, you could go for a Phantom Dancer. The new Phantom Dancer dodges spell crit strikes, but trust me, Guardian Angels are how you beat these Sorcerer Comps. Without Guardian Angels or Dragon's Claw, you're going to have a really, really hard time beating these guys. And it's a pretty good time to roll into that Swain, I have to say, because Swain is definitely a really, really good counter to this guy. You could probably try using a Kale. I would recommend 2-star Kale, though, not like a 1-star Kale by herself. And I'm just going to double check what he's got here. So once again, he's positioned towards the left-hand side. So it's better if we just move everybody here, kind of. And then we're going to give the Swain Guardian Angel. Boom. And he should be pulling the Rek'Sai here in this case. Yeah, because Rek'Sai was the furthest. And I think Swain will be enough here to sustain. Even if he dies, he's going to come back alive. He's going to heal again. Oof. He did kill on my team there. Okay, he's got that ult. The Karthus needs to die before he ults here. Okay, that Swain almost got it. Let's see, look at that Swain sustain. Is crazy. Look at him. He did it. The Swain did it, guys. I won. There we go. 5,000 damage Swain. That's what you do when you got to deal with those Karthuses. And they're still damn busted. I'm still seeing Karthus in every single game in this post 9.15 B patch. And I swear, top 4 players are always like Sorcerers, and it's still kind of the same. As you guys can see, Sorcerer right here with Phantoms, Sorcerers again, and then there was one Ranger player down here on the 4th place. But yeah, they're always still in the top 4. You'll definitely meet 1 or 2 of them. And I've really underestimated the Assassins so far. But Assassins are, once again, really good against Sorcerers throughout the early and mid-game. As Sorcerers are trying to build up, they're very weak. Because your Assassins jump to the backline and kill the weakest guys at the back, which tend to be the Sorcerers.